Welcome to Triple D Hot Takes as we have Kyle Dietert, Garrett Dietert, and the one and only, myself, Hank Dietert. Yep, that's right. We're coming to you live tonight from Zorn, Texas. How about that, folks? And we'll turn down the music a little bit and we'll come to you live here. And we'll bring in Kyle and Garrett. And hey, guys, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
All right.
We're living good, man.
Yeah.
The weather's really nice out, except for the rain.
So it's not that nice.
Yeah, it's not really.
Well,
that
now it
nice,
is.
right?
It's nice after.
Yeah. So
Nice, fun
It's not
filled
too
day.
cold, not too hot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
yeah, we know
some
what
great
you-
football weather out there.
Yeah, know what you're saying. All right. Well, what a great week of college football we had. So it was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was
fun.
Very patriotic, right? Like we like
very
to say.
patriotic.
It was a very patriotic weekend. A nice Army and Navy game. Nice to see that the president was there representing. It was kind of nice to see that. Actually, him come out of the White House and participate in that.
Yeah.
And man, this game, Army and Navy game, had to be the hardest hitting game by far this year. Like you can hear their pads
Oh, yeah, it was
clinking
good.
the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was loud. Like I'm sorry, SEC, y'all have nothing on that. They were hitting,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and they came fired up too.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Well, I guess you want to go to that recap. I'm
Oh yeah,
assuming.
sorry,
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
straight into
Yeah,
it.
let's
Yeah.
go ahead.
The
So,
recap.
Week 16 recap, we bring you the Army-Navy game. How about
Oh,
that? Yeah.
A nice little check mark for Navy because they
Heck
got
yeah.
it done. They went in there and
Hey, we
took
called
care of
that.
business.
I called that. I said
I did
Navy
too.
was going to win, so take that for the
Dad, how
record.
do you feel about that one?
Well, yeah, I was a little disappointed, to say the least, because we had, we had it, there early. And, man, Navy just gave opportunities to Army that Army could not take advantage of. The fumble at the goal line, it's picked up, and then refumbled, by one of the two team players that's been playing since Pee Wees. One knocks it out, the other makes the recovery for Navy, and you got to give it to Navy, though. They did just enough to win, but that was not one of their best games. And Army played probably defensively one of their best games. They kept in it. Turnovers always the big equalizer.
Yeah.
So
Oh, maybe not. I was thinking that there was a fake punt or fake kick, but I think that was one of the other bowl games, maybe.
yeah,
Was there a fake punt or fake kick, Dad,
the only
in this game?
recent time I think there was a fake punt. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it happened in
don't
this game,
I
but
don't
maybe not.
remember.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not even-
final score says it all, but
Yeah.
that was the All-American game, that's for sure.
yeah.
So,
I mean, I just love the fact that in college football, we end the season pretty much last game of the year, Army and Navy going at it, big time show, or big time game, big time stadium. The president was there, it's just very patriotic and
yeah,
loving
Na-
in the season with that. And
yeah, Navy
glad
came
Navy
to
pulled
play,
it
and
out.
they yeah, several trumpets there.
Charge!
a little late there, Kyle.
The
Yeah, sorry.
Army could have used that, that's for sure. So,
Yeah.
that's our one and only main recap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all have anything to add?
No. I
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
All I want to discuss about is really, I know how everybody felt about the Heisman and stuff, jumping into that. I really wanted Jeremiah Love to win for sure, but I already knew that Fernando Mendoza was going to win it.
We all kind of had that feeling.
Yeah.
I was pretty confident that he was going to win. A running back hasn't won it since, pretty sure, 2014.
I mean, looking at what Fernando Mendoza did this year, I mean, he took this Indiana team, their only undefeated season, I think, maybe, but first time in a long time they were undefeated. They beat Ohio State, they beat Oregon, won their first Big Ten championship since like the 1940s, so hats off to him. I mean, I think he's made a huge difference in this program. Obviously, Kirk Cignetti's done a great job there, but yeah, no, I think this is very deserving, and plus, I think it's the first Heisman to ever win from Indiana, so that was a really cool moment for him and Indiana and their fan base as a whole. So, what we're gonna add?
I agree.
I mean, yeah, I think between him and Jeremiah Love, it was close, and even Diego Pavia had a good case. You know, made a good argument. Similar story there with like how much he did to the program and the culture, and how much of a game changer he is. So. They all made strong cases, but I think this is the most deserving, especially after that Ohio State win.
Oh, I can say something interesting, though. Saw a post today saying that Diego Pavia did not like the votes,
Yeah,
so he went to the nightclub and they made personal signs that said F the voters. Basically, some childish stuff they were talking about, and just stuff that's not going to help him if he declares for the draft. But I was like, you can't be doing that. Like, the comments said, if you were 18-year-old Johnny Manziel, you may have got away with that, but not a 23-year-old player.
Oh, yeah, he did not handle that the best.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, it is childish. You got to remember, there's 20-year-olds. I know y'all are 20-something, but they're younger than you, most of them, and so you got to imagine they're still fairly immature. But yeah, you know, you kind of just go with the way it is. But Jeremiah Love, I thought, like you said, Kyle, earlier, I thought he should have won it, but you know. It seems like the voters always go with the quarterbacks here lately.
And looking how it's lined up right now, I feel like Mendoza will probably go one of the top picks in the draft, looking at it, depending how he does at the combine. I know a lot of people look different when there's no defense in front of you, and how the accuracy might look a little different. But I feel like he's going to go up there in the top 3 for sure.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, I can't speak for NFL scouts and whatnot, but when you win as many games as Fernando Mendoza has, and when you're a winner and you win constantly, it definitely helps your draft stake, in my opinion. You know, big time plays, make plays to win. So
that's right. Well, now next topic goes on to the first round of the playoffs. So
heck yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that as well. So there's your
there's a little bracket.
Playoff bracket. Yeah, take a good look at that and see initial thoughts, because those are the games we'll be picking tonight as well. So
oh yeah, just a little breakdown here for y'all to know is that let's see, let me go real quick. That it just flipped. So Oklahoma is favored at 1.5 right now. A&M's favored at 3.5, and then you got the others are really. If I was a bettor, I might take a gamble here. You got Tulane and Ole Miss. Ole Miss is 17.5 favorite, and then Oregon is favored by 21, which that Oregon game might be a little bit closer. They were talking about it the other day on TV. It depends how many turnovers James Madison can cause for Oregon to turn over the ball more to help out James Madison. If that happens, James Madison looks like they can really upset him, I feel like. Because James Madison knows how to put some points up on the board. They have proven that the last 2 weeks. So they know how to score. That offense is good. It's just can their defense hold up, really?
Yeah. I mean, I think this James Madison Oregon matchup is going to be very interesting because I think James Madison has dominated all year pretty much, and their offenses looked really good, like you said, and their defense has done a good job of creating turnovers. I just know this Oregon defense is going to be the best defense they play by far. I mean, Oregon has actually a really solid defense, and then just that team speed from Oregon is going to be so much to handle for James Madison. The good thing is about JMU, though, that I like, is they do have a lot of speed. They got a lot of speed in their secondary and from their receivers. So that should be an interesting matchup, I think, on both sides of the ball. And, yeah, I think this Alabama-Oklahoma rematch is going to be, I think, one of the biggest games this weekend because we know that Oklahoma went into Alabama. They went to Tuscaloosa and beat Alabama at home. Huge deal. Now Oklahoma's going to be at home. They're playing in not Stillwater. Jesus Christ. But they're playing in Oklahoma. In Norman,
that's the season.
Norman, Oklahoma.
It's the season for them, remember.
Yeah. And now they got John Materi's getting a little more comfortable in that offense. It's going to be interesting. But the game that we didn't talk too much about, it's at 11 o'clock in Kyle Field, the biggest stadium that Miami has to play in this year, or will play this year. That A&M Miami game, that's going to be really interesting, man. Carson Beck, this A&M defense. Is A&M going to be able to run the ball against them? Miami's got, I think, the best defensive player in the country, or defensive end in the country. So
yeah, I don't know. That's ACC team coming in against A&M and SEC team. It's still playing A&M in Kyle Field is going to be a real chore for Miami. Yeah. And no matter who they have on the field right now, we'll see. Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
You ready to talk about the impact players? For the first round only for the playoffs.
First round impact players.
Yeah, I think we got a little graphic for here.
We'll go there as well. So, yeah, I mean, impact players are the ones that make a difference in the game. So,
and
that's for sure.
I base this off of the overall All-American first team and second team who made that list, and basically I looked at it like that and broke it down, and then I broke it down off of a mock draft picks if they were seniors. So basically, Dante Moore is probably one of the biggest impact players out here, I feel like. But you got the other ones, like you got Ruben Bain Jr., which is a dog. Yeah. Don't sleep on him. I'm pretty sure it was the first week we had him defense player of the week. Yeah. Pretty sure. And then Casham Howell, I believe that's how you say his name, for A&M is a dog. I believe he has over 11 sacks.
Yeah.
I believe so. It's up there. I know he's a dog, though. And then you got some other players. You got a lot of quarterbacks, really. So you got Ty Simpson, John Mateer going to go at it. It's going to be a great game. Great quarterbacks. They've learned a lot throughout the season, really.
Yeah, they definitely
made some
grown a lot.
Mistakes, but they've gotten their stuff together, I feel like. Chambliss, I want to say his last name is Chambliss. The quarterback for Ole Miss is really good, really has stepped up, and he's looking really good. I believe they're 11-1. They've had a great record, great season, played some tough teams. And then Lacey, this running back for Ole Miss, is a dog. He's hard to bring down. And then, A&M's wide receiver, he is a big-time player. You got to keep your eyes on him if you're a DB. He makes some big plays, and he made the second team. I want to say he made the second team All-American list. But, Dad, you want to say anything about these players or feedback? Garrett, you want to say anything?
No, I do, but go ahead, Dad.
And I know he's not a senior, but I still think Marcel Reed is an impact player, and because A&M's offense is going to go away, Marcel Reed goes. If he's having a bad game, the offense is going to have a bad game. So I think, obviously, quarterbacks are impact players because of the position.
Yes.
that they play. But I think Marcel Reed, particularly for A&M, is a big key. And we know Concepcion is just phenomenal. Like, he's more than their wide receiver. He's one heck of a return guy. You get him in space, he's gone, So,
Yeah.
that's all what I wanted to add, Garrett.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of these quarterbacks here in these matchups. I mean, we didn't talk about Carson Beck. Carson Beck's obviously a big player for Miami, and then Marcel Reed on A&M. And I think that game is going to really be decided in the offensive line, of course, but it's going to see whose quarterback is going to be playing the best. You got Carson Beck versus Marcel Reed. Huge matchup there, especially down in Kyle Field. I like the way Dante Moore's been playing this year. I think he's been playing really well. I think he's made some mistakes and some lack of inconsistency, but I mean, that's every quarterback up there. So we'll see how he looks this Saturday. Ty Simpson, I think he's learned a lot. He's grown a lot. Same with John Mateer. Both of them have learned and grown a lot. I think Ty Simpson's an extremely accurate quarterback for the most part. He just makes some of those like little mental mistakes, and going against this Oklahoma defense is not going to be easy. So that'll be a good test. And then, same for John Mateer. Going against an experienced Alabama defense after this season, they've played really good. So let's see if he can find a rhythm and see if he can connect. Because, I believe when he was down in Tuscaloosa the first time they played, John Mateer ended up having a really good game. He had to use his legs a lot. He ran a lot. So, it'll be some interesting matchups. Yeah, Trinidad Chambliss from Ole Miss, man. Not a lot of people talking about him, but he's had a damn good year. He's leading one of the most productive offenses, I think, throughout the season. So, hats off to him and that Ole Miss offense.
Oh, yeah.
But, that's all I pretty much wanted to add. A
All
lot of
right.
big-time players, for sure. You're going to see a lot of draft picks.
And don't leave
this next
out
weekend.
Wayne Knight, JMU's running back. He is
Wayne
a
Knight.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody you definitely want to look at. I didn't know he made second team, but he made second team AP All-Americans.
Oh, yeah.
So he made that list too. And then I want to say, Concepcion.
Concepcion.
He made first team. I thought he made second team, but he made first.
Concepcion. Yeah, I remember when he played Texas. He was a dang good receiver. Not good enough to beat Texas, but dang good receiver there.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so, and now this week, this is some of the games that we'd like to take a look at and watch, and throw in a couple of bowl games as well, right, Kyle?
Heck yeah.
So
Throw in some bowl games.
take a look at that. All right there. I mean, at Kennesaw State and Western Michigan, Memphis and NC State. There you got your two bowl games, Myrtle Beach Bowl and the Gasparilla Bowl. So
Hey, that's a cool word.
yeah,
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla.
That's a cool word. Anyways.
Almost like gorilla. Yeah, and then you got.
Do you have a sound effect for that?
for a gorilla?
No, he doesn't have
I bet you I got a gorilla in here. Let me see. Do I have a
God.
gorilla?
Gasparilla.
Oh no, I don't
It's
have
not
it.
even gorilla.
Yeah, the only thing I have is like a monkey. Oh wait, there we go. Did you hear it? There,
Yeah,
let's
we
do that
heard it.
again. You got to hear it better than that. There you go. All right. Well, and then the A&M Miami game, Tulane, Ole Miss, and then JMU, Oregon, and Alabama and Oklahoma. Yeah, first round of the playoffs starting this Friday. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Well-
exciting stuff, man.
yeah. That pretty stoked about that. But along those lines, we'll kind of go back and forth if you want, Kyle. We'll look at some of the different stats and stuff that we've
Oh, yeah.
got as well.
Yeah, we can.
So
Go,
you want
there you
to
go.
record first?
Yeah, what's the
hey? You want to
postseason
show
record?
You want to show our record?
Yeah. Who's winning?
Oh man, let's see. Let me bring this in here. Okay.
I think
there
it's.
I am.
I don't know. I think it's rigged.
You think it's rigged? Yeah. Well,
Person
let's see.
counting
There it
over here
is.
Giving them extra games.
Yeah. Kyle actually leads in the postseason, So this is our postseason records, and so for the bowl games that were already played, there's one being played tonight that we actually picked, and so me and Garrett, who were the two leaders in the regular season, are down one below 500, and Kyle is one above 500. So Kyle leads the troops this week. So
Somehow.
pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
somehow. Just wait till after this week,
Yeah, that's
cheating.
right.
and then we'll catch him.
And then our I know we I didn't know, Kyle, if you wanted to go with the first game pick or you want to go back to stats, but
We'll go bowl games
Yeah,
first,
let's-
and then we'll jump into
okay.
it when we're talking to
Some of
them.
these bowl
All right,
games.
when we'll bring those in. Right there, our first bowl game with the Myrtle Beach Bowl game. So, all right,
All right,
let's
Mr.
start
Leader.
this one off.
Come on, Kyle.
Oh, I already know I'm picking. Westerns, Michigan's always had the more draft picks, I feel like. The more sleepers that always do good in the NFL. I got Western Michigan winning this game.
Okay.
All right, Kyle.
Michigan.
All
Oh,
And they're
Michigan.
favorited.
They're favorited.
I'm pretty sure I already picked Kennesaw State once this year, and I'm picking them again. I don't know much about either of these teams, to be honest, but I like Kennesaw State. I used to throw against them, so yeah, give me Kennesaw.
All right.
Did they win or lose the last time you picked them?
I think they won or they wouldn't be here, but I'm not sure. Didn't they win it?
I don't
They would have
know.
been there either way.
Yeah,
They're 10 and
Kennesaw
3.
State beat Kennesaw
they
State
did.
beat Prairie View,
No,
didn't they? Okay, I thought it was right down.
I don't
the line. I'll
know.
have to go
Who you
back.
got, Dad?
Well,
it was
I'm going to go with
Jacksonville State or
Kennesaw
something.
State as well, and that's my pick to make it simple and easy. So, all right.
all right.
Okay, and then the next bowl game that we'll bring in is the Gasparilla Bowl. All right, is that the one that sounds like?
Yeah. Union Home
Yeah.
Mortgage.
What do you got?
All right, I'll go
Okay.
ahead and lead us off here.
I,
Oh, these bowl games get tough to pick because you never know who's going to
Who's
play,
in,
who's
right.
opting out, so
Yeah.
it's tough. But I think Memphis has the better team overall, and I like the American Conference this year. I liked North Texas, so give me Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
You
Give me the
got-
Tigers.
You got the Tigers. Let's see.
Rawr.
I don't know if I got a
Yeah.
tiger in here, do I? Yeah. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle, who you got?
Make this really easy. I've liked Memphis the whole year, really. In-state has definitely upset some big-time teams, so don't sleep on them. But I got Memphis. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. That's the only
Alright.
reason.
The ACC just can't keep up with the American this year.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. No, this is going to be a clean sweep. I'm going with those guys. Let's see.
Really?
Canes, baby. It's what somebody from Go Canes had said.
Who
They
said
jumped
that?
on their show. Go Canes did.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. You said Go Canes. How about that? Yeah,
Sadly
so-
mistaken there, buddy. But
Yeah. Well,
all right.
yeah.
We appreciate the
yeah.
watch.
Hey, that's right. It'll take him any way we get him. So, all right. So now, before you want to go into the next pick, you wanted to take a look at.
Yes.
You wanted
Yeah, I
to take
think
a
we got a
look
little-
at some player stats and all.
Yeah, a little graphic here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there it is, with
Ooh.
looking at what Beck versus Reed. Beck obviously has more passing yards, but not by a whole lot. So we're talking a little more than 100 and something yards.
I
there.
think Marcel Reed's got a little more rushing yards.
Yeah.
that's for sure.
But look at their interceptions.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah. It's just.
Interesting here.
Interceptions,
And then it
10
has the-
interceptions each.
It has the completion rate and like how many attempts and how many were
Right.
completed, right? Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Completions, yeah. Pass attempts and completions, and
But
so,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
got-
that's someone we didn't talk about as much was Malachi Tony, man. This
Yeah,
freshman
that's
receiver
right.
for Miami, absolute dog. Bro.
Freshman.
Freshman. Yeah, he's a difference maker in the game for sure, especially for Miami and making big time plays. Even just the like yards after catch. As soon as he catches the ball, this man's making a lot of people miss.
Yeah.
Scoring a lot of touchdowns this year.
I'd
or
still
at least
take
7, but
Yeah, I still take Concepcion over Tooney. I mean, I think that guy is so explosive. And when you talk about explosives, this guy can create a small 5-yard play into a 95-yard play. So, So their last. You had the last 5 games, Kyle, for each team.
Oh yeah. Before you talk about that though, but
Go
look
ahead.
at the defenses. Like you could tell who's having more havoc in the backfield. Havoc. Yeah. In the backfield with 11.5 sacks over their 7. And being in the SEC, these are all mostly SEC games that they're racking up these good stats, really, which is very impressive compared to the ACC. I'm just like, oh, there's a little downfall there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle. The defense, on the defensive side, I think A&M does well. It's just where I think A&M's still weak is against the rush. They're great
Agreed.
against the pass. They can get to the quarterback, cause havoc, but when you run right at these guys, they've tended to give a little, and that's, and a perfect example is Texas.
yeah.
Texas in the second half went to running, and so, but overall, I think A&M's defense will handle Beck quite well.
Yeah, and I mean, I think when you look at like the keys to this game and the big difference maker, I agree with you, Dad. Can Miami run the ball against this A&M defense? This A&M defense hasn't been that good against the run. They've been really good against the pass, I feel like. And A&M does a really good job, or will do a really good job defensively if they hold them to like a 3rd and 10, third and long. Their defense can stand up. But when you get constant yards on the ground and you stay ahead of the chains, I think you can move the ball against this A&M defense. And the thing about Miami that people are sleeping on is, Miami lost 2 games in a row. I believe they lost to Louisville and then SMU.
Yeah.
And then they went on a tear. I mean, they blew out this Pitt team, and this Pitt team was supposed to be pretty good. So,
Right.
Miami, there was a lot of controversy about them getting the playoffs, which I get. But they went on a run late, and they've played some really good football. So they're going to come down to Kyle Field all fire. But this A&M team, man, had a really good year.
Yeah.
Best year they've had in a long time.
Oh yeah, very long time, and
Oh,
the A&M fans are excited about that. That's for sure, and I would be too. But hey, they're a Texas team, so I'm right there with them.
I can't be excited with y'all.
Hey, look, if Marcel Reed take care of business, and if
That's right.
A&M can run the ball, I think they got a good shot of winning this game.
Yeah, but I this is one of the games that I'm going to say that Marcel Reed does not need to be the leading rusher. They need Owens and one of the other backs to step up.
And I think they can do it against this Miami defense.
Yeah. All right, you want to look at team stats though
Yes.
for the same
Oh,
game,
we got
and
team
then
stats too.
Yeah, and it shows
let's
you.
Go.
Yeah.
My bad. I would have brought. I would have brought that up.
Yeah. The craziest fact, I think, looking at it, is points against. They've only allowed 13.8, Miami has, which is crazy to believe. Looking at it, you would think Miami has definitely let more people score than that. But they're ranked number 6th in the nation right now. Only our points against with 13.8. Which they're under that category, they're in the top 10 in the nation, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, other than that, the passing yards has been similar. Now it's the rushing yards. A&M has been dominant. They have a great running back there. Owens is doing a great job. And then, points for A&M's been putting up some good points, really.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like their defense definitely needs to step up a little bit more. Tied for 41st in points against, which is not so good, really. If you're looking at it at a national level, not just the SEC level, but nationally, they definitely need to step up. And I feel like it's caused because most of the run game. They just need to step up on that, really.
Yeah, and I agree. And I mean, that's kind of an interesting stat because you look at Miami's rushing. Miami hasn't been able to run the ball very well this year. That's why they're 77th in the country. But this this A&M defense has given up some yards on the ground. I mean, Texas was a team that couldn't put up freaking 80 yards on the ground against people, and then they go into A&M and actually have a really good running game against A&M. So, kind of shows which scale is gonna tip. Is Miami actually gonna be able to run the ball, or is A&M gonna stop the run? And if they do that, I think A&M's got a really good shot at winning this game.
All right. Well,
So,
go
do
ahead.
you want to do the pick now?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
that would
pick
work.
now.
We already talked about them. Let's
we
pick
talk
them.
about them. We'll go to the picks right now, and so
A moment of
let's
truth.
see if I had. Let's see. Let me make sure I got the right one, and there it is. A&M Miami.
Hey, do you know
Go
what the
Canes
spread is for this
guys on
game?
there. It's a Canes baby, but
Or how much is Miami favored? Do you know? Anybody know? Kyle?
Kyle said
Miami's
it
not
early.
favored.
I mean A&M.
3.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just updated that. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Kyle, you want to make your pick?
I like
Come
the
on, Kyle.
SEC a lot, and I know the fans are gonna hate me for saying this,
Oh God, Kyle.
but I'm gonna pick the Aggies to win this game.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
That's a complete surprise.
Wait!
No way. You just said it. Or do I
I
have to
pick
take-
A&M. I pick
Okay.
A&M.
Oh man,
I'm
you had
keeping
me-
this perfect record, no matter if I hate the team or not.
So wait, you're saying you're picking this team?
I'm picking A&M.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You should have played UT song.
Okay.
So you're
yeah.
picking the second best team in Texas. Okay. Actually, maybe the third. Anyways. So
Okay.
basically we got Miami, A&M. I actually agree with the spread here, 3.5 points. I think this is going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the wire. I think Marcel Reed will make a big play in a big moment. And I think there's going to be some kind of swing play as well in the fourth quarter. Special teams, kind of a fumble, interception, something to go in A&M's favor. They're going to get the crowd behind them in the fourth quarter. Game-winning drive. A&M wins the first round of playoffs at home for their first playoff game or first playoff win.
Yeah, because first time in the CFP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they haven't won a national championship since
And I
what,
know.
1940,
Yeah,
19
yeah,
something.
right
So
there. So
their
they're due.
hopes stay alive.
They're due to at least have a chance. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
they'll have a chance.
All right. Well, for me, I think Aggies actually will dominate this game, but it won't be that, big widespread in the score. But I think it'll be, mid-range scoring. So I'm going to say the score is going to be like 21-10, and the Aggies win it. So I know we all three, believe it or not, first time this year.
Yeah, first time
we
this
had-
year.
I
That's
mean,
not a good sign
yeah,
for the
yeah,
Aggie fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, Kyle's
Yeah,
never picked against
yeah.
them.
they were holding me against my will.
I think. Yeah,
Hey.
I think we got to hear it one more time. That's for our Aggie fans, Mike Butler, and the whole Butler family, man.
Hey,
they're big
Hokum!
Aggies. All right.
Hey, last thing to say though, I forgot to mention, but the games that Miami lost, Carson Beck threw a lot of interceptions. So if he makes some interceptions this game, that's big.
Yeah,
A&M's
that-
winning.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
Have we
So,
had any comments or anything?
just the canes that I see right now. So let me make sure.
Wait,
You can see,
A
yeah.
fast food restaurant?
Raising King.
All right,
I know
yeah.
in Dallas said
and,
the proud supporter of the
you know,
Cowboys,
in,
but
in our next game, and then what we're gonna
Not
go
no
to
more.
the next game, Ole Miss and Tulane,
Oh,
and we'll go to
okay,
the
yeah.
stats.
Yeah, let's
we'll
pull
go
up the
to
stats
player
here.
stats, and there's some of
Another
the player
rematch
stats before we
game.
pick
Oh,
the game
yeah.
there.
All I gotta talk about with this game is Jake Resolov. God, however you want to say his last name.
Retzlaff.
But yeah,
that's
he is a dog. He loves running a good old read option. He loves taking off and running with the ball. Like I've talked about in the past. But is he going to have much room running in this game against Ole Miss? Ole Miss's defense is pretty talented. And their offense is definitely talented. They got some dogs. Great quarterback. He was on the Heisman watch list early in the season. He was higher up in the ranking. Lacey, this running back is hard to take down, hard to bring to the ground. And I feel like definitely Tulane is going to struggle with this. But you could tell with both defenses are pretty even when it comes to their best sacks and best tacklers. Their best two players for that. But God, I don't have much for the receiving yards for Tulane. I feel like they haven't done much. I feel like Jake there's always been a blitz to come and get him, so he's always has to take off. He hasn't had much time to set his feet and actually throw, I feel like. But God, they've thrown a lot of Jake has thrown a lot of picks. I was looking at touchdowns. They haven't been putting up much touchdowns though, really.
I don't know, man. I mean, 6 interceptions. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, he's
For
got
the
a
whole
14.
season?
Sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing.
I was going to say 6 interceptions, man. That's not much at all.
Well,
Yeah, we saw
Chambliss only
He's
has
only
3.
got 3, which is really impressive.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that was the one stat that stuck out to me, not to cut you off or anything. But yeah, it was the interceptions from both these quarterbacks. They're doing a really good job of taking care of the ball and not trying to force it and trying to make too much happen. And yeah, Trinidad Chambliss, I think he's had a really great year. And when I look at these last 5 opponents for Ole Miss, I think these are some of the bottom SEC teams besides OU, obviously. But yeah, so a lot of confidence rolling in the Ole Miss's direction, I believe, right now. And same with Tulane. These last 5 games for Tulane against some of the tougher components. I mean, they beat Memphis, and then they beat up on UNT, which is huge for them. That's what got them in the playoffs. So. And we can go ahead and go to the next graphic if you want. Because I want to talk a little bit about the team,
Well, I just wanted to say, though, between these two quarterbacks and what we saw between Marcel Reed and Beck, the interceptions were quite higher for those two versus these two guys, if you just put that in perspective. But, yeah, I mean, when you look at the next graphic we have here is the team stats. And the team stats coming up right now.
God.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. Watching this Tulane offense and everything operate against UNT, I was impressed with Tulane's offense in general about how they took care of the ball. They had some long, thought-out drives. They took care of the ball. But the thing that surprised me the most was this defense. Tulane only held UNT to 21 points, and this was North Texas that was putting up 50 points against everyone. I mean, that was the highest offense in the country, and they held them to 21 points. So this Tulane does have a defense, and I think Tulane's gotten a lot better since the first time they played Ole Miss. The first time Ole Miss kind of ran over them, dominated the game. But this Tulane's team's gotten a lot better. They've learned a lot, but you can say the same about Ole Miss. Ole Miss has gotten a lot better. They've got a lot of confidence going in their direction. Obviously, they're putting up a lot of passing yards, 309, third most in the country. Super impressive. But I think Ole Miss might have some cracks in their defense. I think their defense line is pretty good, but in the secondary level, I think Tulane might be able to throw the ball against them. So, what are your thoughts, Kyle?
God, looking at it from now, Tulane, if you find the median of all their rankings, they're only like a 52 overall team, maybe 53 in the nation. If you're going off, God.
Yeah.
I don't know. This passing offense for Ole Miss is crazy. And their running back is great too. I don't know how they're only 31st. They need to get that up more, I feel like, but they are playing against SEC schools. You got to take that into factor. But yeah, putting up 37.3 points a game is really good. 11th in the nation. I look at that. Heck, I'm ready for the picks.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of passing yards, and Ole Miss's offense is built off big time, or not even big time passes, but a lot of medium sized, 15, 20-yard
So-
pass plays.
Who is their head coach during the game?
I believe their defensive coordinator is.
I was
now
like,
their
is
head
Lane
coach.
Kiffin allowed to coach
No,
that game?
no,
And
no.
then
Lane
leave
Kiffin's
for-
gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin's gone. I believe it was their defensive coordinator took the interim head coach right now. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but,
Yeah, but I'll tell you this: that
and I
that-
think their OC's back.
I think that's where there's a little bit of room for Tulane to kind of sneak through. Is there going to be continuity? Is that from having one coach leave and another coach step in? Is he going to be able to keep the same culture and keep the same schemes, keep everything that made Ole Miss what Ole Miss was this year? And is that going to continue on? And so that's going to be up in the air, and we're going to find out in this game.
Yeah.
But
And
we'll
yeah,
see.
just to add on to that, I mean, yeah, these teams already played each other once. So the fact that this is the second time they're playing, and then now Ole Miss has got a new head coach, a different kind of approach to the game because they don't have Lane Kiffin, that could add some possibility for a little upset here.
Oh yeah, I
You know,
yeah, and I guess I want to go first on this one. The
Yeah,
only
go ahead.
reason I want to go first is because I made that point about continuity, but hey, not so fast because I would tell you that this is going to be a repeat of what we saw in the first game. I don't think Tulane's going to even come close. I think this may even be much worse, and the sequel may be better than the first movie. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm picking Ole Miss all the way.
Kyle?
Kyle? We both say it.
You know what they say? You can't beat a team the second time. But it's Ole Miss. SEC all the way. I got Ole Miss winning this game in a huge blowout.
Yeah.
You
All
know
right.
what?
Well,
I
we
think
agree.
it'll be close for the first two halves, at least. It'll be interesting for the first couple halves.
Yeah. Well, you
Or
only play two halves.
first two quarters. My bad. But yeah, at home in Oxford, Mississippi, I got Ole Miss winning. I just think the talent's too much. There's too much speed. Just the overall players are going to be
Yeah.
better at Ole Miss, and
The
I think
size-
they're going to beat this game, win this game.
And I didn't have the stats in front of me, but the size of the O-line for Ole Miss, they're huge too. They're not quite Arkansas big, but they're pretty darn big. So, so Garrett, you're sticking with Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'll stick with Ole Miss. I
Okay.
think it'll be closer than both of y'all think, though. Hey, I think it was last year, maybe not this year, but
It
last
could be.
year it was a close game when these two played
Well,
in the regular season.
there's always that chance it'll be a close game because of the fact that there's a lot of film out there, a lot of video, and there's a lot of things. If you key on the right points and area and you're able to execute that, you can make huge difference in the game by getting the turnovers, reading a play, understanding that formation, and being able to read the play, and you get the pick, or you bait somebody, and you bait Chambliss into throwing it where he shouldn't, and so that all plays a big factor in coaching. So, that's a sweep for us, all three there, and then
This next game,
we'll go to show you our next pick. And our next pick, with
JMU Oregon.
Yeah, JMU Oregon. And so we'll get the next pick up here in just a moment. Let me. The stats. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
So
let's bring up these stats.
Yeah, let's get those coming in here. So, all right, bringing in the stats there. James Madison and Oregon. So you got, got a little bit of distraction. I see Kyle's hand coming into Garrett's screen. Oh, no. We're going to have a special guest, Oliver. Hello, Oliver. He's coming over to Kyle.
God, you're heavy.
Oh,
with the
look at
boots
that.
on.
Hey,
You're a heavy
so
kid, huh?
so Oliver, how
Yeah,
you
say hi to the
doing?
nephew.
I don't know if he could hear his grandpa. So, hey, hey, it's Triple D and G. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
so Oliver, what do you
Alright.
think about this James Madison
Yeah.
Oregon matchup?
What do you think about it?
What do you think?
Hi.
Hey, Oliver, like, what am I doing? So,
One
Alright.
day, kid,
Well,
one day.
looking at this game, I would like to say that no matter James Madison's passing right now yards does not look too like outstanding
but
right
not
now.
bad.
But I feel like their running yards is going to be crazy. This running back night for James Madison is a dog. And Oregon doesn't look like they've gotten much run game going for him, really,
All right. Well,
looking at it. And then wide receivers on both sides, they're both really even.
yeah. So he had 190 carries and 1,200 yards. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's yeah, that's more than 40 yards per carry. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think this Oregon offense, I mean, Dante Moore only thrown 6 interceptions this year. Impressive stuff, if you ask me.
yeah, and there's only six picks for more, but you got a Whittington in there, running back, and he's been a good little workhorse, but I don't see him having a huge impact in the game. But Oregon just uses their running backs to keep you honest, and sometimes they get they get some
Hey,
good
that ain't
yardage.
the right Whittington. I'm joking.
Yeah, old Jordan Whittington
Bye, Ollie.
from UT and now plays with the Rams. He's going to go right through the behind the scenes. So, all right. Thank you, Oliver, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, it's nice spending time with the nephew.
Yeah,
Of
and the
course.
grandson.
Always got to teach him some college football here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to raise him right.
Yep.
All right. So, and then Kyle, you
Oh,
had
yeah.
a little spill. You like to spiel.
Well, I would like to talk about the defense. These tackles for both of these teams are crazy compared to the last teams. The last teams were only at like 55 tackles, which this is big numbers. These are like Jacob Rodriguez numbers.
Yeah.
The sacks are not that high compared to A&M's, but the tackles are crazy good. Like, these players know how to wrap up and tackle, it seems like, which is very interesting. But James Madison, their offense, this is going to be a good game. I like James Madison's offense because they can put up the points. As long as they keep putting points up, I believe every drive, every time they have the ball, I believe they would keep up with Oregon. And causing turnovers is a huge factor.
Yeah.
What James Madison has to do to be in the game, I still think they're going to have to create turnovers. If they don't create turnovers, they won't have a chance. And, I mean, they got to give themselves extra possessions because I don't see them stopping Oregon, and I think Oregon will have the ability to create some turnovers.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hey, and y'all don't forget
All right.
about special teams. Hey, James Madison makes some plays on special teams, you know?
Yeah,
All right,
that's true.
Pops.
That's true. All right, and we'll look at the team stats real quick. We'll
Yeah.
bring that up.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, one thing I don't think that gets talked enough about in college football, or like and just as a whole, that's kind of underrated, is Oregon's defense. Oregon has had a really good defensive showing, I think, this year. They held a lot of teams to very little points or none. And, you know, overall, I think this defense has done a really good job. I mean, they might not be as good as Ohio State or Texas Tech, but this defense has done a really good job this season. I think they held Indiana pretty low. You know, they held teams like Iowa and Wisconsin and stuff like that. But, yeah, I wouldn't sleep on this Oregon defense. And then you got this James Madison offense with the fifth best rushing game in the country right now, which is really impressive. So, what were you going to say, Kyle?
Oh, yeah. These numbers for James Madison are exciting. I like them. 37.3 points, putting up against other teams, average. But you're looking at the Sun Belt. So everybody's just like, well, they're not playing against good teams, really.
Yeah, they don't
Compared to
play-
Oregon's Big Ten.
Wait, they play defense in the Sun Belt?
So,
I thought they just rack up the scoreboard, right?
Some of those games, I mean, watching Tech State, it was like, dang.
yeah. Well,
But continue.
yeah, I was going to say a few little comments. A
few?
Is it Stefan Leon?
Yeah.
No Kiffin, no win. So yeah. And then you had Kaylee Dieter said, "Hell yeah, Kyle! Finally, he picked the Aggies. It took."
Oh, yeah. Finally, I picked the Aggies, right?
Shout out, Kaylee.
Shout out. Shout out to the twin sister. Yep.
Yeah. Well, and then with the stats, I think the key that I see here is that for the most part, Oregon is right there, towards the front with a lot. But I mean,
Yeah.
James Madison, it's just so hard to look at their numbers and say, yeah, in the Sun Belt.
Because you're looking at that conference,
Yeah,
yes.
you're looking at a conference and the teams they played, the strength of schedule, nowhere near the Big Ten and the teams that Oregon had to play. So you probably you add about another 50 yards and on the each and minus on their yards, and then add some more points, and then I still don't think that stats will tell this story as far as team stats go that you show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
they're
just-
nice to look at.
It's just there needs to be another game in between for a different conference to play another team. I feel like two different conference to battle it out in a way, because you can't look at James Madison because they're in the Sun Belt. You can't look at them and be like they're just giving everybody a fair chance to get in the playoffs. They're not really. You can't. You don't have another game to determine that except unless it's a non-conference game. But it's just so hard to see it
Right.
like that in a way. They're just giving a fair chance to Tulane and James Madison, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about this last week. I think the college playoff and that there needs to be some change happening and, a little more expansion and stuff. But, yeah, interesting matchup, though. I think JMU hangs in for the first quarter or two. I think they're really going to struggle is when it's 3rd and 10 or 3rd down and they need to throw the ball, and this Oregon defense is going to come up big and get stops and get off the field. So if we're ready to pick, I mean, I'll go ahead and make my pick.
Yeah.
No surprise here. I am taking the Oregon Ducks. They just got too much talent, too much speed. This defense is a lot better than most people realize. Now, it'd be really interesting to see this Oregon team play Texas Tech after they win this game. But that's for next week. But, yeah, give me the Ducks.
All right.
All right, not so fast. All right, I know we say it every week. Oregon has the speed, but is Oregon's going to be able to stop this run? I feel like they're going to keep looking for this run all day, and I feel like the RPOs or the pass game might be open for James Madison. You got to look for the big keys here, and I feel like James Madison is going to pull off the biggest upset of the year. And I got James Madison winning this game.
What?
Wow.
You're
Right.
actually picking James?
Okay. Well, it gives us a chance to catch up.
It's only one game.
That's
Well, that's all we need.
You're only one game ahead of us.
Yeah.
There's other games that
Yeah.
we all pick the same. God, y'all.
I mean, that's why we were the two leaders in the
I feel like
regular
this is
season.
I feel like this is be more of an upset than the Ole Miss and Tulane game. I feel like.
Disagree.
I
Disagree.
Well, I actually think that if JMU upsets Oregon, it'll be the biggest upset that we've seen in a
for
long
sure.
time. Yeah.
I think Tulane's got a better chance of upsetting Ole Miss
right,
than JMU
exactly.
does to Oregon.
Yeah, I'm here. But for that reason, and I think the main reason is Oregon's, I think, has surprised me because I kept saying Oregon, I don't know if they're a top-tier team, but I know they're obviously a top 10 team. But they proved me wrong a couple of times. With USC, I didn't know if they were actually going to beat USC, and they did. So I'm going to go with Oregon. So that's my
Hey.
pick.
Yeah, I think Oregon wins this one, but yeah, the next round they'll have it tough
Yeah.
because they'll be playing Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Guns up!
Yeah. And then here we go. The next one will be our big
game of the week.
And there it is.
God, dude, Ty Simpson's stats are crazy. His
Yeah.
passing stats are just
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
a lot.
But you called this one game. Okay. Whoa. What happened, Kyle?
There
What?
it
They're right
is.
there.
Yeah, there they are. Hey, okay. Yeah, Ty Simpson, I think, is the a good quarterback. I think
God.
he's actually better than Mateer.
Look at it from here. Look at the touchdowns and interceptions compared to the John Mateers.
Yeah.
Looking at it, I know what John Mateer sat out. 3 games, maybe 2. I forgot how
something like
many
that.
it was. It was something like that. You got to take that into factor, but you can't. You got to look at the interceptions. So if he sat that out many game and he caused 10 interceptions,
Yeah, that's a lot of interceptions.
oh,
You know, and I think that's something that comes with a young quarterback. You know, he's going to make a lot of mistakes. He's going to throw a few more interceptions and everything. And I think that's been a real struggle for Oklahoma's offense is when they're not in a groove and they're not clicking, you know, they're either turning over the ball or 3 and out and getting off the field quick, which is what's really hurt them throughout the year. But yeah, you look at this Alabama team, and I mean, they barely escape Auburn. They lose to Georgia in a pretty bad way, in my opinion. I thought it was almost bad enough where they wouldn't get in the playoffs, but yeah, this Alabama team does not have a lot of momentum in their favor, and this Oklahoma team does.
hey,
Yeah,
all I
after
gotta
that-
say is Oklahoma survived their last game of the season, 17-13. LSU almost caused that upset.
Yeah, we were.
And then
We
they
were hoping
survived.
for it.
yeah.
Well, look,
Yeah.
they survived Mizzou, barely survived Alabama, survived Tennessee.
And lost to
And,
Mi-
and
or
one
Ole
thing,
Miss.
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing interesting about the Alabama game the first time around is that Alabama, stat them other than turnovers. Everything
Yep.
you look at all the stats, everything outplayed Oklahoma. But when you take into account the interception and fumbles on the turnovers, boom. But I had a
Yeah.
couple comments. Karen said hi. Karen Yant says hi, and then
Hi, Karen.
Miguel Braddock said he's not a big fan of the CFP this year, but I'm excited for teams like Texas Tech, though, because you take a team that was nothing last year and then make them something with the NIL money. I think that's what NIL makes this exciting because you can take a team out of nowhere. Look at Indiana, same thing. And that's what makes it exciting to me.
Oh, yeah.
But it'd make
I
it
mean-
more exciting if Texas was in it too.
Looking at it here, Alabama and Oklahoma, their running back may not look like he has a lot of stats because I think they rotate a lot of their running backs. So they all pretty much have just about equal, I feel like, rushing yards.
Yeah,
I mean, I think both these teams, especially Bama, they have really struggled to run the football. I think that's another reason why we see Ty Simpson have such crazy stats and so many
Right.
touchdowns is because Alabama has really struggled to run the football this year. Nick Saban talked about it, I believe, last week or the week before.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Alabama team cannot run the football, which works in Oklahoma's favor.
Yeah, well, look how many attempts he has. I mean, that's
a lot.
That is a huge amount compared to the quarterbacks that we
428.
had before. I mean, you just go back to even go back to somebody like you think throws all the time. Look, we'll jump back here real quick to Oregon, and you take a quick look at Oregon. I mean, the attempts 313, and then you look at Alabama's.
28.
Yeah, 428. You're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. Both these teams struggle running the ball, but
100%.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to Mateer and Simpson and the defenses, how
Hey.
that's going to play out.
Bedard,
Yeah,
that wide receiver is good if he stays healthy.
Yeah,
He's a really good wide receiver,
no
veteran.
doubt.
And they have Ryan Williams, which has struggled with catching the ball here and there. It's just their wide receiver core can make some huge plays in this game. It's something that Oklahoma's defense, I believe, can definitely step up. Oklahoma's defense, we talked about it all year. I feel like they've definitely carried Oklahoma
Yeah,
when
I
it
mean-
came down to the close battles.
Yeah, you can see it in the scores here, 17
Oh,
to
yeah.
6, 17-13, even 23-21. I mean,
Barely surviving.
this Oklahoma defense carries this team. It is the backbone of this team.
Yeah, I hear
So-
you good there, Garrett. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
You got the
now
the
we'll
next
go
graphic?
on to the team
Yeah.
stats. Coming up with the team stats.
Oh, God. The only one that stands out to me.
Well, what do you mean? Only one. There's two of them that we just talked about.
Oh, well, the points against, which Oklahoma's only allowed 13.9 points, which is very impressive, which I feel like that's the only really big stats on here that really stands out for both these teams. Their defenses is really good. Alabama's passing offense is really, really good. Definitely, you could see it with the team stats that the rushing has
Yeah, that's
struggled
obvious.
bad. But
Yeah.
everything else really is just.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
to me,
rushing.
looking
Who's gonna
at
make-
these stats, yeah, like you were saying, Dad, I could hear you. I'm like, yeah, these rushing yards, man. This Alabama offense is supposed to be one of the better ones in the country, and they're 117th out of the
Rushing.
This is-
128 teams
Got to be their
in
worst.
rushing and running the ball.
Got to be one of their worst rushing seasons. If it was Nick Saban, he wouldn't have allowed that.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, and even this Oklahoma offense has really been struggling. I mean, we talked about it ever since John Mateer's first injury, and then coming back from that, this Oklahoma offense seemed to struggle to find a groove. They've had moments where they look really good and put together game-winning drives, but other than that, man, this Oklahoma offense has really struggled. 63rd in passing yards and 107th running the ball. So it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see now with this rematch how they fare against this Alabama defense, who, in my opinion, I think Alabama's defense has been playing really well, especially later in the season. It's just, them not being able to run the ball and not making the big plays,
Oh,
against
yeah.
some of those losses.
Oh, yeah. And looking at it from here, looking at just the team stats, who's going to make those big time plays? It looks like who's going to break out and have an amazing game, really flawless, no turnovers, no of penalties or any costly mistakes, really. It's just who's going to be the big time playmaker in this game?
Right.
Hey, Dad, that's the wrong
Oh,
next one.
oh, I'm sorry.
But were you gonna say something, Dad?
Oh no, I was just saying that. Yeah, it's going to be. This game is going to be so close again. It's going to be based on some turnover, special teams play, something, and just like Kyle was saying. So
Yeah,
that's
low
what it's going
scoring.
to be based on. Yeah.
I think it's low scoring game.
Yeah.
Not very many points on the board because
Yeah.
both these. Well, Oklahoma has a really good defense, but their offense has struggled, and then Alabama's offense struggled big time against Georgia's good defense last week. So,
Oh yeah.
or a couple weeks ago, I should say. Which, yeah, I think, when you look at this game, Oklahoma playing at home, they have a lot more momentum. Alabama has been struggling. They barely survive Auburn, get blown out by Georgia. Look, I think really bad in that game. And now they're going on the road to play in Norman, a team that they couldn't beat at home earlier in the season. This is tough. I'm ready to make my pick. Can I make my pick?
You can make your pick anytime you like.
But with that all being said, I think Alabama finds a way to score. Kalen DeBoer is a good head coach. Give me the Tide. Roll Tide.
Oh, roll tide.
Yeah, I'm going Bama.
Oh.
Hey, Kalen DeBoer finds ways to score. He,
All right.
he gets it done.
All right, we understand. Okay.
Okay, Kyle. let me go, and I'll let Kyle go last. So, I think this game is a crazy game. It's going to be people are going to be biting their nails because it's going to be up to a couple field goals and here and there, and but I think Alabama wins it in the second time around. I just think they're going to get. I'm gonna say this, and it's not always about this, but I'm gonna say they get lucky in this game, and get some weird play that's gonna go their way, and they're gonna win this game. So Alabama.
Good pick.
Yeah.
All right, not so fast. I got an SEC team winning this game.
Good job,
guy.
Kyle.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I got a red team winning this game.
Yeah.
All right,
Crimson.
I'm gonna go with the healthier quarterback. I don't think John Mateer is. Everybody says he's healthy. His hand is still bothering him. I feel like he's not doing too hot when he came back. I got Alabama winning this game. Roll Tide, roll.
Dang.
Oh,
Alabama
man.
across the board for the upset.
Yeah, the one thing that we didn't mention much, but I mean, we always talk about it every week, is that this is an SEC game basically between a rematch, but Oklahoma's playing at home. Norman, Oklahoma.
Doesn't mean shit.
Hey, it didn't help him against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I think they played better on the road, honestly.
Yes.
I think they beat Tennessee on the road.
But in this case,
And Mizzou.
in this case, it might
This
be the
case-
road team
no.
wins both games.
Yeah.
You never know, right? So, I mean,
That
I like
LSU
it.
game.
I like the fact that it's going to be a good game. This is going to
Yeah.
be the best game of them all. I
Agreed.
hope.
Yeah. This one I think the Miami A&M game,
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting and
like I
very
said-
intriguing to see how it turns out.
Yeah. I'm excited
know-
to see it.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm ready for the middle of the season of the bowl games. I'm ready for the bigger games to happen. Really,
I mean, don't
Like-
jump the gun, man.
like you got Michigan and Texas. I really want to see that game just to see the SEC versus Big Ten matchup, and then you got LSU versus Houston. You got nice little Big 12 versus the SEC. But yeah, no, it's a couple. Those games I feel like are a little bit exciting because we're all fans of those teams, and we really just love college football. So
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yes,
Well,
sir.
I mean, I think this is going to be a really fun first round. We're going to learn a lot
Yeah.
about some of these teams, and we're going to see how it turns out. I mean, I personally think that everyone that has the first round bye are the best teams in the country and the teams to beat 100%. When you look at Ohio
They got
State,
that
Texas
right,
Tech,
yes.
Georgia, even Indiana, who I'm still skeptical about. But, yeah, I think, a lot of these games are going to be really good and really important. I think after this round, though, it's going to be very tough to win. I think this year the national championship is definitely going to have to be earned. There's no easy path, in my opinion, because, Tech has a possibility playing Oregon, and then you got Ohio State, and then either A&M or Miami. It's going to be really fun and really exciting to see how it turns out, and we'll be back next week with the second round picks. And
the stats you're definitely going to see why they were in the top 4.
Yeah.
Their stats are going to be through the ceiling. You could see it.
Yeah, and
It's
we already
easy.
know who the number one defense is, and
Yeah.
some of the best players in the country are. I'll talk about Ohio State.
Georgia's
Kyle-
up. I still like Georgia's defense. Defensive line is crazy good.
Yeah.
Now, all around defense, Ohio State, but Georgia's D line is. Now linebackers, it's Tech, baby.
Yeah, okay.
What is it? Mustache or
The Mustache Mafia?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Those guys
that's
know how
where
to
I
get turnovers.
That's where I think Tech, they haven't been tested with a good team other than BYU.
Oh,
I mean,
and then we had to play the tough
so-
game away
so-
at Utah. I feel like Utah was a huge.
Yeah, but I'm
But that's
waiting
still
to
not
see
compared
them,
to Oregon.
or a
Okay,
Big Ten,
but
a good Big Ten
In a
team
way.
or a good SEC team. So we
I don't
won't
want
we won't know. All right,
don't
until
wanna
they
jump the
actually
gun,
play the
but-
game. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so-
agree, Dad. That if Texas Tech and Oregon are playing in the second round, we're either gonna know if Oregon's or if Texas Tech's a national championship team or not, because
Yeah.
that's a big test.
Hey,
Right.
Texas Tech is back, baby.
Hey, I agree. I'm pulling for him.
That's
I'm just
right.
saying.
But Miguel did say he hated Alabama and OU, but as a Texas fan, OU has to win.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Texas did beat OU.
yeah.
Sucks.
And that's, yeah.
All I'm saying is Texas did beat OU and A&M, but
Yeah.
We killed Oklahoma, which is a sad.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Texas should be in.
I mean, but just the way
Better than
everything
JMU.
looks, I don't disagree with that. But the way OU
Yeah.
looks, and Alabama, Alabama's been on a little bit of a skid there when they played Georgia. Didn't look good at all. Their offense was horrible. But when it
Got a
comes
chance
to
to
OU,
bounce back this week.
Yeah, and that's what you're looking for. But
Okay.
all right.
Well,
but yeah,
You
I
got
think
it,
that's
Kyle?
about
What-
it, huh?
So, Kyle, preview next week. We got the second round of the playoffs and some more bowl games, right?
yes.
And we'll go over those. And
Well, we'll
get
just have
some
two more bowl
stats.
games. We'll do probably because wait, it'll be 4 games next week anyways for playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
4 games. But
yeah.
we also get.
We
get
might do a
some
couple
more
more bowl games
Yeah,
that are
we'll do like
more
four,
that are
yeah.
more closer to home and stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
our home here in Zorn.
Heck, we might do
Texas.
the FBS. Is that what it is? The FBS
FCS.
championship or FCS? FCS. Sorry,
Yeah,
championship.
we're
we might
in
do that.
FBS, so.
I know they play the second. No, I think it's the finals. So there's 4 teams left. I want to say.
Tarleton lose.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
they
Tarleton
lost to
lost.
Villanova.
Yeah, they lost to
Yeah, they had the
remember
lead,
seeing that. I
too,
remember
you
seeing
know,
that,
Oh, that made me so mad.
Yeah. I was rooting for him, man.
And SFA was in it too, I believe.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah, next week will be a fun one. We'll be just talking about stats, basically breaking down the playoffs and what our picks would be. Really
Yeah. We'll have a
Yeah,
lot
it'll
of
be
fun.
fun. Yeah,
having a
keep
little
covering
fun with it.
Keep covering the playoffs and
Hey.
looking forward to the exciting times. man.
Please.
It's coming.
Yeah, we're
Like
gonna be
and
doing
subscribe.
it. We're gonna be doing it from a home studio here in Zorn.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm glad everybody can join us. Watch us next week here on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be bringing you live our picks for the next round of the playoffs in college football. How about that? All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. And you have a wonderful, we'll have our Christmas edition too next week.
Yeah,
So
Christmas
you-
edition.
Yeah, so y'all have a wonderful weekend when that gets here. I know it's hump day, but all right, guys, y'all take care. And everybody out there watching us, we appreciate you watching. Subscribe, like, and all that. So for Garrett, Kyle, and myself, adios, Moscoot, Navida Zane. We'll see you next week.